Your Japanese car was built to hit 500,000 miles. The engineers who designed it knew that. The problem is that your dealer also knows it, and they have been quietly making sure you never get there. Most Accord owners are looking at a $4,000 transmission bill by 90,000 miles. Camry owners are flushing coolant systems at 60,000 miles because a $40 flush got skipped for 3 years. Subaru owners are paying $2,000 for head gaskets that should never have failed. None of that is bad luck. All of it is preventable. 10 habits. That is the gap between a car that dies at 150,000 miles and one that is still running strong at 500,000 miles. The last habit on this list is the one even obsessive Japanese car owners completely miss. Stay tuned for that one. So let's start at the base. Habit 1 is the oil change interval, and this one is non-negotiable. Your manual says 10,000 miles. That number was written by a marketing team, not a mechanic. AAA data shows extended oil intervals increase internal engine wear by up to 40%, especially for drivers doing short trips, stop-and-go commutes, or living in hot climates. That description fits most of us. The ideal conditions the manual assumes describe almost nobody. Japanese engines like Honda's K-Series and Toyota's 2AR FE run tighter tolerances than European counterparts, which means degraded oil does more damage faster. The fix is synthetic oil on a 3,000 to 5,000 mile cycle. Your climate and driving patterns set the interval, not the manual. This is the cheapest insurance policy you can buy for a timing chain. Habit 2 is one most people have never even heard of. Stop topping off your tank. When the pump clicks, it stops for a reason. Forcing more fuel in after that click floods the charcoal canister in your evaporative emission system with liquid gasoline it was never designed to handle. The canister starts breaking down internally, sending particles into lines and valves. Repairs run $400 to $1,200, and your dealer will not cover it under warranty because it is classified as driver error. First click, done. That's it. Habit 3 is the quarter tank rule, and it directly protects your fuel pump. The pump sits inside the tank and uses gasoline as a coolant. If you let the tank run low regularly, the pump overheats, it pulls sediment off the tank floor, and it pushes that sediment straight into your injectors. Teardown data from industry studies shows pumps running in chronic low fuel conditions reach temperatures 40 degrees hotter than normal and fail 30% faster. Nissan Altima owners on high-mileage forums report this pattern constantly. Keeping the tank above a quarter costs nothing. Replacing the pump costs $600 to $1,200. Now we go deeper into the fluids your dealer swears you'll never need to change. Habit 4, transmission fluid. And yes, we are calling out the lifetime fluid myth directly. Lifetime fluid means lifetime of the warranty, not lifetime of the car. Automatic transmissions run between 175 and 220 degrees Fahrenheit, and every 20-degree spike above that range cuts fluid lifespan in half. Over 60% of transmission failures trace back to degraded fluid, not mechanical defects. Change automatic transmission fluid every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. If the car has been neglected, skip the power flush entirely. Do slow drain and fills only, or you will shock a system that is already on the edge. Habit 5 is for Nissan and Honda CVT owners specifically, and this one stings. CVTs, or continuously variable transmissions, are the most fluid-sensitive transmissions ever put in a consumer car. Nissan's own technical service bulletins link CVT shudder and failure directly to degraded fluid. Yet dealers are still quoting lifetime intervals. Honda CVT owners report identical failure patterns in owner forums. Change CVT fluid every 30,000 miles. A $200 fluid service versus a $4,000 CVT rebuild is not a difficult decision. Habit 6 is coolant chemistry, and this is what is quietly destroying Subaru EJ engines and early Honda radiators. Coolant does not just prevent freezing, it carries corrosion inhibitors that protect aluminum components from the inside out. Those inhibitors deplete over time, the coolant turns acidic, and it starts eating your water pump, radiator, and head gasket. Research from the International Journal of Automotive Engineering ties neglected coolant to a 40% higher rate of head gasket failure. Toyota Pink and Honda Blue are not interchangeable with generic green. Flush every 30 to 50,000 miles and check the color at every oil change. Brown or rusty means your cooling system is already eating itself. Here is where most maintenance advice stops, and it is exactly why most owners plateau at 200,000 miles instead of pushing past 300,000 miles. Habit 7 is ground cable and battery terminal maintenance. This one sounds boring until you realize it is responsible for nearly 30% of mystery electrical problems in high-mileage Japanese cars, according to ASE technicians who have been diagnosing these vehicles for decades. Here is what actually happens. Corrosion builds up on the battery terminals and chassis ground straps over time. Electrical resistance climbs, and suddenly your car starts throwing check engine codes for oxygen sensors, mass airflow sensors, or transmission solenoids. Owners replace $200 sensors. The code comes back. They replace something else, and the cycle repeats. The actual fix was a wire brush and $12 in cleaning supplies. This hits Nissan Sentras and Honda Civics especially hard. Ground strap corrosion on those cars regularly triggers false codes that look identical to sensor failures. Once the ground degrades far enough, it starts pulling down voltage across the alternator and starter, two components that cost $300 to $900 to replace on a Camry or an Accord. Fix this at every oil change. Pop the hood, check the terminals for white crust, clean them with a wire brush, tighten the clamps, and apply dielectric grease. Check the chassis strap and the engine block ground while you are there. It takes 5 minutes. It protects the engine control unit, the alternator, the starter, and every sensor downstream. This is the maintenance task nobody puts on a sticker. Habit 8 is throttle body recalibration, and this habit catches even experienced owners off guard. Modern Japanese engines, whether an Accord, Camry, or Sentra, run adaptive software that learns your driving patterns, airflow data, and fuel trims over time. That adaptive data accumulates errors. After a battery swap, a jump start, or just years of stop-and-go driving, the throttle body's learned position drifts out of calibration. What you feel is rough idle, rev hang when you lift off the throttle, or sluggish acceleration off the line. It mimics a mechanical problem perfectly, which is why owners spend money on parts that do not fix anything. Owner forums for the Accord and Camry are full of posts that follow the same arc. People buy new plugs, clean the throttle body, check the fuel trims, and the car is still rough. Then someone mentions the reset, and the problem disappears in 2 minutes without a single part replaced. The reset procedure itself is simple. Turn the key to the on position with the engine off, press the accelerator fully for about 10 seconds, switch the key off, release the pedal, then start the engine and let it idle through one full recalibration cycle. Toyota, Honda, and Nissan all respond to this. Zero cost, no tools, just the knowledge that the problem is software, not hardware. Habit 9 is brake fluid, and this one has real safety consequences that go beyond wallet damage. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It pulls moisture from the surrounding air continuously every day the car sits. Within 2 years of normal use, moisture content reaches roughly 3%, which is enough to drop the fluid's boiling point by close to half. Under hard braking on a long downhill grade or in heavy stop-and-go traffic, that moisture-contaminated fluid can boil inside the lines. When it boils, it compresses. The pedal goes soft. Braking distance increases. That is not a parts problem, it is a chemistry problem, and it builds invisibly until you need the brakes hardest. The National Highway Institute links this exact failure mode to ABS pump failures that run over $1,000 to repair. Subaru and Honda owners report this pattern in forums at higher rates than other brands, likely because both platforms run ABS hardware. that is particularly sensitive to fluid contamination. A flush every 2 years costs under $100 at most independent shops. There is no version of this math where skipping the flush makes sense. Habit 10 is the one we planted at the top of this video, and it is the habit even obsessive owners consistently get wrong. Modern GDI gasoline direct injection engines like Toyota's D4S in the Camry, Honda's direct injection setup in the Accord, and Subaru's FA series spray fuel directly into the combustion chamber, bypassing the intake valves entirely. Older port injection engines bathed those valves in fuel on every cycle, which kept them clean. GDI engines do not do that. The valves sit in a hot, oily environment with no solvent wash, and carbon accumulates on them steadily from day one. AAA's fuel quality study found that engines running non-top-tier gasoline built up 19 times more carbon deposits over just 4,000 miles compared to engines running top-tier certified fuel. 19 times, and SAE data shows GDI engines can lose up to 10% of their power output by 50,000 miles from carbon buildup alone. Owners blame age, but the real cause is cheap gas and skip maintenance. The fix runs on 2 levels. First, run top-tier certified fuel at every fill-up and use a quality injector cleaner every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. That slows the accumulation significantly. Second, budget for a walnut blast or chemical induction service every 40,000 to 60,000 miles. This is the mechanical cleaning that removes what the chemistry cannot. It costs $300 to $600 at a shop, but it is the difference between a Camry that pulls clean at 150,000 miles and one that stumbles, misfires, and gets written off as worn out at 120,000 miles. The Camrys hitting 300,000 miles are not special builds. Their owners simply refuse to let cheap fuel decisions compound into an engine problem. Japanese cars don't reach 500,000 miles by accident. The engineering margin is already there, and these habits protect it. Most owners don't fail their cars through neglect. They fail them by trusting a dealer schedule that was never written for longevity. Pick one habit you've been skipping, whether it's continuously variable transmission fluid, brake fluid, or fuel quality. Fix it before your next fill-up. That's where this starts. Drop your current mileage in the comments below and tell us which habit you're tackling first. Subscribe to Japanese Motor Vault and watch the next money-saving video. We are covering the mistakes that destroy Japanese engines faster than anything else.